So if you coin roll hunt, then you know you have your reasons for doing it. And I talk about that quite often in my videos. Why, in the last video I did, I talked about why I like to coin roll hunt, which is to collect copper and to look for errors. There's something I didn't mention though, which I think is more important than those two things, more important than the possible errors, which are worth more than a penny, and more important than a copper, which is worth 2.58 cents per copper penny. And that is that I enjoy doing it. I enjoy doing coin roll hunting. It's relaxing. And the psychology and the dynamics behind that thought process, the reasoning, the methodology for me is too extensive to go on into detail with this intro to this video, which is episode 84, and we're doing 3 custom submitted penny rolls today. But I enjoy doing it. How do I know? You know how you know you enjoy doing something? When you miss it. And you think about it when you're not doing it. You know, it's like I don't know. I was gonna say it's like if you like eating cake and or pie or whatever, sweets, and then you know that Saturday is the day that you do it. You know, it's your cheat day. And you're thinking Thursday comes, you're like, oh man, Friday, and then that's it. I get to eat my cake on Saturday. Can't wait, you know. And then Friday comes, and you're like, oh man, tomorrow I can't wait. I'm gonna fast or whatever. You know, I'm gonna get my favorite cake. And so you know you love eating cake because you're thinking about it and you can't wait for it to happen. Well, for me, coin roll hunting's a little bit like that. I do other things. I do other videos. I talk about the price of precious metals. I do pocket change. I did $50, silver $50, silver quarters, all kinds of stuff. Donations, RC cars, stamps, marbles. I do it all. But I think about and look forward to doing the customer submitted penny rolls. And that's what we're doing today. And they're cheap, right? Call up, just go to your bank. Even if you've never done it before, just go to your bank and say how many rolls you have to find out if they have customer submitted penny rolls. So I'm going to turn it around and we'll continue this conversation, okay? Excuse me. So I don't have, do I have the other ones? I do not have in front of me the federal bank penny rolls. So that's only for people who are unfamiliar with what I'm talking about right now. But a customer submitted penny roll is exactly what it sounds like. Somebody has pocket change, right? And they divide it into pennies, dimes, nickels, quarters. Then they take their pennies and they put them into a sleeve and with 50 cents, and then they bring it to the bank. And the bank, if they bring 2 of them, the bank gives them $1, or they deposit into their savings or checking account, and that's what they do. Then the bank holds it for a certain amount of time, and when they have too many of them, they have to call up the federal. If no one comes and takes them, like I did, then the bank will call up the federal government, and they'll come and pick up their pennies from the bank. They probably take it when they bring whatever else they bring. Then they'll take the pennies with them when they leave. So you have to know if they have it. So you can call them up and say, hey, do you have customer submitted penny rolls? And if they say yes, then say, okay, do I need an appointment to come and get them? And if they say yes to that too, then you schedule the appointment. If they say, nah, don't worry about it, just come and get it, you know. Some places have limits, and there's every bank, even if it's the same bank, it could have different rules. So you need to get familiar with that. But if you never did it before, just call them up and go pick up whatever you can afford and check it out, and then you'll know if you like it or not. So this is what I like doing, and I look to see which end is less closed. This one looks pretty closed, so I'll go to this end. But the federal rolls, they're sealed and they come from the mint or the federal government or wherever they come from. I don't know, from the penny fairy, you know. And most of the time, my experience has been that they're mostly zinc pennies that are in them, right? So, which zinc pennies are cool too. If you want to do so, if you just want to do zinc pennies, then that's what you're looking for. You know, if you want to find how many 2023s, 2024s, you know what I mean? Then you want to look for those specific errors. Then you don't want these because a lot of times, look at this. This one has virtually all copper. I never know what to expect, but this one is virtually all copper. I'm trying to make it neat. I don't have to do that, but and look, I screwed it up. I messed it up. So that's one roll because I like to keep the rolls separate if I can. Let's see. Oh, that one. I think that's a wheat cent there. I'm pretty sure that's a wheat cent in the bottom of roll 2. Here goes roll 3. Now this one came out okay. And see, and automatically what I start thinking is because I'm losing practice, you know? Okay, so without further ado, let's get to it. Let me put up my penny identification board. Let's zoom in a bit. Let me turn on the other light. I was wondering, I said it looks a little dark over here. Yeah, I need that second light. And we are ready to go. Yeah, these are mostly copper pennies, which is a nice change from I was doing a pocket change from that my cousin donated to the channel, and and you know, as you would expect, they're mostly zincs. There are still 2 pennies we're looking for. Let me look at the there's like 2 little marks over there. No, this is just damage. I'm not going to clean this. Sometimes I'll take these and I'll throw them into the 1970D. I know it's the 1970S small date that has some kind of value. So most of the subscribers who I communicate with are knowledgeable when it comes to coins, but definitely pennies. Because this is kind of where my concentration lies. I don't know if it's because, well, it's because it's what I have the most access to. And I think that's why for those who have who are considered 1974S. It's funny, I was just talking about an S and I forgot which. I need two. I need two 19. I need two S's, and it's the. I need the 68S and the 70S. Okay. I just wanted to check real quick for the book that I'm giving away. Um, I'm also going to start just. I'm also going to start. I bought a bunch of um, penny books that I need to start giving away also. So I haven't forgot about it. That's nice. I'll put that into the AUs. We got some fines. We got some AUs already. We haven't found that. No, oh, that's the same 74S. What a strange S that is. Wow. What a fat S, huh? What a fat S. Hmm. Interesting. Very interesting. Wonder if it has any value. I have to check. I don't. 1974S. Hmm. I don't know why. Why do some people want the repunches? Some people want big bucks for these. Why? The FG initials with VDB and let me see. I can check the VDB on the bottom. I don't know. I'm just looking at what's up there on the screen. It's funny because it is a weird VBD strike. I have to be honest with you. And the FG looks okay. It looks normal. All right, I'm gonna put that to the side. I'm gonna hold on to that one. Maybe it's worth a buck or two. I don't know. We'll see. Hmm. A little nah. I'm telling you. I called them up. I know I told the story before. Don't mind me. I rehash stories all the time. I recycle. I recycle stories. So I call up, I call the banks before I go there, right? That's what the suggestion that I made for someone who has not, um, who's new to penny hunting. It's the same thing that that's what I do. I haven't done it in a couple weeks. Some reason I think must be on this whole video thing. And so I call them up. I say, hey, do you got any, pennies? Customer submitted pennies. And she said, yeah. I said, oh, I said, she goes, yeah, we have about $20. And I said, all right, sure. I'll be, what time do you want me to come? So she told me what time, she wanted me to come to go get them. That's interesting. See how it's in the face? It's an interesting looking face. And so when I got there, for some reason, that's nice. That's definitely AU. Somebody else helped me, and she goes, I said, she goes, oh, I have the $20 in pennies worth for you. But the way she said it, the way she said it kind of made me feel like she had more. I'm not saying I'm a mind reader or anything like that, but I could just tell the way she said it was like, I have the $20, like yeah, we have more than 20, but I have 20 for you. Like that's what you like, what I, as if that's what I asked for. Because I told you it was a different lady than the person who I spoke to on the phone. So I said, oh, I said, by the way, how many is, do you have any more? She goes, oh yeah, we got 40. So I was like, can I, so I didn't want to be rude. I said, do you mind if I have them? She says, yeah, of course, sure, why not? And like I said, it was a different lady. So when the other lady came by and and who I originally spoke to, 70D, and went to help the woman who was helping me at the bank, I guess she realized, that there were more, whatever that, I don't know, whatever that meant to her, I don't know. This looks like this is a copper small date in beautiful, beautiful condition. Another nice penny. I don't even have to wait. I know it's a copper small date. And so when she came back towards my way from the back of the vault with the penny, she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know we had any more. I didn't know we had that many pennies." I said, "Oh, don't worry about it. You don't want to inconvenience anyone. Um, Now, did she lie? I guess that's the real question. You know what I mean? Which, just because I guess it creates more work. I mean, that would be the only reason to lie. Um, it takes an extra few minutes to get the pennies together. No, or did she honestly make a mistake? I don't know. I really don't care. $20, 40. I'll come back for more in another week or two, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Or a month. So I don't even pay attention to any of that, to be honest with you. I really don't care. Um, I don't do coin roll hunts like some other channels do, where they're blasting through um, boxes. I've some channels blast through boxes. I'll be back after I find something, and oof, God bless them, man. I tell you, God bless them. I mean, God bless everybody, but that's going through a box. That's nice. Put into the fines. That's a beauty. I'll put that with the AUs. I think this is that. Is this the wheat cent that I've been staring at? 59. I gotta check that date. It looks a little bit looks a little doubled. I don't know if it's from the same thing to Liberty, right? Hmm. It's hard to tell. Because there's these lines going through it. You know what I mean? Um, so to me, it looks more like damage that gives the appearance of doubling. So I don't like that. So, but I do keep the 59s, right? Because the first year that the Lincoln cent was made, I do keep the 59s. Okay, this is our first zinc, and it's 1990. Num, 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 num. 1990. Okay, we got one. Now, again, if you want to do zincs, you just get I mean, most banks have the federal, have abundance of the federal rolls. You just call them up and say, "Hey, you got the federal rolls," and That's nice. I'll put that. It's not quite AU yet, but I'll put that into the fines. What a weird 8, right? Not 68. I'm gonna look at it. Man, does that 8 look small? Some of these old pennies are so interesting in how they. Are we on the second? No, we're not. We're almost on the second roll. Almost. I think. Let me just move these over. All right. Can you believe how much? Can you believe these are all copper? It's amazing. It's amazing that these are all copper. I mean, first of all, remember it's 2.58 cents is the value of a copper penny, right? So the and I go I think I even made a special video on this. I know I talk about it on occasion. It's pretty. I guess it's a little complicated or confusing, the difference between a penny and a cent. This is a penny. This is not a cent. Cent is the value, right? So a copper penny is not a cent. A copper penny is worth 2.58 cents. This is a penny. So don't let anybody tell you that this is a cent. If they tell you that, they have no sense. This is a penny. But for some reason, a lot of people believe these are cents, and there's no. I mean, that's pretty crazy. I mean, how can you think there's no such thing as a penny? I mean, that's pretty wild. But I do get that comment on occasion, and you go, "Oh, those aren't pennies; those are cents," and that's actually the opposite of the truth. These are actually pennies, not cents. They're worth cents, but they're not cents themselves. Maybe in other countries they are. I don't know, but in the U.S. of A, this is a penny, and if it's copper, it's worth 2.8 cents, right? So how could 1 penny also be 1 cent? Can't be, right? Can't be, because it's 2.58 cents. So it can't be a cent. It's impossible to be a cent because it's 2.58 cents. It's a what's the word I'm looking for? Not fictional. It's a construct. It's an idea, right? Cent is an idea. It's a value that's placed on something, right? So you could have something that's worth. So if something's worth a nickel, right? Excuse me. If something's worth 5 cents, a piece of bubble gum, right? You go to the store. They don't tell you, "Hey, give me 5 pennies," right? They tell you, "Give me 5 cents," because it's the monetary value that's placed on the gum. In this example, I'm saying a penny is something very specific. In the United States of America, this is a penny. This is a copper penny, more specific, that is worth 2.58 cents. But it's not a cent. A cent is it's a construct. It's an idea. It's a value. It's not a thing. A cent is not a thing in our country. Maybe in some other place, maybe it is. I don't know. I'm not very familiar with foreign coins and stuff like that. But maybe in other countries, a cent is something different. But in one aspect, though, it is an interesting. It is interesting to think about, and it is a learning process as far as the understanding of the value and the usage of vocabulary relating to and terminology relating to, well, in this case, pennies. I'm sure there's other ways of looking at it in other types of denominations, but as far as the 1 penny denomination, the actual item is a penny. The physical coin is a penny. And the value of that coin differs depending on right, bagged in the forehead. Depending on whether it's and the other interesting is that different years of copper, different years of pennies, copper pennies. I believe there's I forgot what year it is. If it's the 40s, um, it's different weights, and then of course Indian head pennies have also different amounts of. This is a very nice example of, and look, you see it's on. You see the copper coating is also on the third side on the edge. So this is a very good example of an annealed penny, right? And you can see where it gets worn, the um, the annealed surface comes off, right, on the high points. So that's pretty cool. When it was when the penny was fired, the copper dust. That's my understanding. The copper dust from the bottom of the barrels of the planchets, the blank planchets, uh, got on the planchet, and then when it was fired, it gave it that color. That's my understanding. So far, I know there's also something called sintered, and but sintered, I believe, is it's just the color of the of the coin. It changes the color of the coin, the sintering. But in this case, it's a layer that's fired to the top of the penny, and that's annealing. That's my understanding. And I'm thinking it's true because I've made quite a few videos on it, and I haven't had anybody um, challenge me on it or offer a different explanation. I mean, I used to get the explanation I used to get in the beginning was that it was red paint, and um, and I didn't know any better. So what I did was I took the pennies and I put them in. I put them in paint thinner, paint stripper, and I actually had a penny that did have paint on it. The penny that had paint on it, I thought was um, zinc, and it turned out to be paint, and the paint came right off with the paint thinner. Now the red pennies I thought were paint, and they didn't come off because they're not paint. Right, so this isn't paint. That's the that's copper. That's a different copper plating on top of the copper from the dust when it was fired, and I guess the dust gives it that look. Not rare or anything like that. I mean, yeah, they are. They're not. It's not. I mean, maybe you find one every 100 pennies, something like that. But they are pretty cool looking, and some of them are really, really. This is a really nice example, and you can see it. Like I said, you can see it on the third side. Nice little dent. So if anyone says it's paint, say, okay, I'm going to put it into. Then it should come out in paint thinner, right? And that's, you know. So I got a bunch of them in paint thinner right now for content purposes. I plan on doing a video. I have to do the video outside because I did I did it in my office once. If you could watch the video. Oh my god, that was a bad idea, and it was just a little bit of paint thinner. But wow, did it just fumigate my whole office? It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. So I'm gonna do it outside on my porch, maybe with some newspapers or something like that. I just use. You only need a little bit of it, you know. You just need to cover the penny. Like I don't do a whole big jar. You know what I mean? What a weird FG, right? I want to look in that next column. So weird. So weird. It's not a very good image, but it almost looked like in the column next to Lincoln, like there was another. You see it? You see like it looks like there's another box there. I don't know. I think that's my eyes playing tricks on me. So far we found one zinc. So this is pretty wild. And of course, super duper cool. Because each roll, just in monetary value, is worth $1 because it's worth 2.58, so it would be half of that. Well, let's just put like this: each two rolls is worth $2.58. So, you see, each two rolls isn't worth 258 pennies, right? Each roll is worth 258 cents. Because if it was worth 200, how could you have 100 pennies that are worth at the same time 258 pennies? I mean, that's a very good example and explanation of the difference between a penny and a cent. A copper penny is worth 2.58 cents, and 100 copper pennies are worth 2.58. Excuse me, 258 cents. 100 copper pennies isn't worth 258 pennies. And that doesn't even make sense, right? So that's how that's how you destroy the. Oh, we got another. Look at that! You can see the lines going through his face. Pretty cool, right? Because if someone said, yeah, that's not a penny, that's a cent, or that's whatever, you know. So if 100 copper pennies was worth 258 pennies, then that would be an ultimate spiral loop, right? Because give me another 258 copper pennies. Oh, now that you have 258 copper pennies, that's worth 600 pennies. Okay, well, give me the 600 pennies. That's worth, you know what I'm saying? So that's not the case. It's worth 200, 100 copper pennies are worth 258 cents. That's all. It is a little complicated. I think the first time I heard that someone said that to me, oh, that's not a penny, that's a cent. They made they actually caused me to really research this and figure it out because I didn't know. I was new to the coin world, and I don't know if the person was just misinformed or if they were pulling my leg. If they were pulling my leg, they got me. Well, they got me to think, really. So I appreciate it. I put this with the AU, so that's a nice one. So that's the other point. That's the other thing about this hobby that I like so much. See all that scratches, right? They look weird, almost like symbols or something or letters. Is that you know, I learned a lot from doing coin roll hunting, a lot. And I think some of the things that I've learned, I'm able to communicate on this channel to my audience. And some of these things that I've learned, for example, the difference between a penny and a cent, is is very helpful. I mean, think about it. You know, it's a pretty basic piece of information that I guess more, you know, even myself, I really didn't know the difference. But I learned that because I got challenged on it. You know, I'm actually thankful for that. You know, but I did have to look it up. I didn't know. I didn't know the difference. Yeah, so we have a lot of cents here. A lot of cents. 82 copper large date. We have an 82 copper small date, and now we have an 82 copper large date. And we're getting towards the end of our roll number 2. So far, nothing mind blowing, nothing earth shattering as of this point. Found a couple interesting ones. We have not found a wheat cent yet. I think there's one in the next roll. I think there is. I could be. I'm probably wrong. It just looks kind of old um, from here. So we might have a wheat cent. It's a beauty. I could put this into the AU. I think I will. I'm gonna check that out. Kind of looks like something. I can't tell. Looks like something. Something. You know, there's most likely a strike through. And the reason I say that is because it goes behind the T. I'm gonna hold on to this one. The line goes behind the T. So of course the only way that could happen if it's there prior to the T being struck. So that would mean that, I mean, it doesn't mean necessarily it's a strike through, but it's mint damage. Regardless, it's mint damage. It's a mint error. If or it would have went through the T. The line would have went through the T because you can see it starts on one side of the T, then it continues on the other. So it's definitely a mint error. Now that's another good talking point. You know, um, the difference between damage and a minting error. So the way I understand it, and you can correct me in the comments if you think I'm incorrect, is that damage caused during the minting process is, I'm going to put this with the AUs, that's a beauty. I'm going to weigh that one. Whenever I see copper that looks kind of goldish or bronzish, I weigh it because in my mind, it might have a little something different in it. 309, so no, but I will put that with the AU roll pennies. We found a bunch of them. And last but not least, another AU penny. That's a beauty. All right, we are on roll number 3. All right, we're moving quite quickly along. Consider I've been chewing your ear off this whole time. That's a nice misaligned die. I don't think it has any value to it, but I'll make a video. I'll make a little short video on it. That's a beauty. Yeah, so that's my understanding. If the damage is done, that's probably from the crimping. During the minting process, right? Not necessarily at the mint, because the coin could be made and then it could be dropped at the mint. That doesn't make it a mint error, right? Because a mint error is, is something very specific. It's created while it was the planchet was being made, and the die is, and then the image is being struck during that process. But at the mint, the coin can be damaged, and that is not considered mint damage. That's pretty funny. But that's how that my understanding is that's how it goes. Right. So I mean maybe that would be considered at the mint damage, but not mint damage. But you have to admit, it's pretty cool that all these pennies are copper, except for 3. No, not one wheat cent. That's what I'm surprised about. I guess I'm going to assume they must have plucked it. I'm going to look at that D. Even has a little bit of a lamination error. A little bit. Nah. Nope. And I guess there's like a little bit of a like a mystery component or a treasure hunting kind of component with the coin roll hunting, right? Because I mean, you're hoping to find it. I'm hoping to find right. You're hoping to find an error, and if you find a an anomaly, a malformation on the penny now that you don't recognize, right? Basically, an error that you don't recognize. Well, now it creates this challenge, right? You get to look it up. You get to ask questions. Um, and it becomes like another little challenge and a little process of discovering, hey, what is that? What could that be? Most of the time, it's nothing, right? Just being honest. But every once in a while, there it is something. And of course, you're hoping to find the something that's worth something. I will look at that and, in several areas. But you see that there. It's interesting. It's another circle. I wonder if it's a. I'm wondering if it's a die clash. You know, if it's the rim of a different penny. It's very, very. You know, it's just that's not a great. Nah, I think it's from the crimping. To be honest with you, because not. It looks like I see the crimp line going around. No, it's from crimping. That's too bad. Another 1959. That is 2. A Philadelphia and a Denver. This is a very dark penny, even looking on the edges. I'll weigh it. $3.05. That's a nice one. I'll put that with the AUs. It seems kind of reddish. Haha. Caught it. Caught the penny in midair. And there might have been a time when a penny was worth a cent. A copper penny is worth a cent. But not anymore. There was a time when a silver dollar was worth $1. Right? So when you go, you can have $1, right? A silver dollar. And it's, what does it say on it? It says $1. Now, to spend that silver dollar, yes. If you went to the store and you went to buy something, you can only, its value socially, or it's only $1, but that silver dollar is worth $25 at least, right? Just in silver content, I'm saying. Well, this penny is no longer worth 1 cent. This penny is worth 2.58 cents. Just to add another dimension to that concept of cent, of dollar, right? Now, a paper $1 is really $1. It's actually worth less, right? So it's worthless. It's worth nothing. It's a note. It's a piece of paper. It might be worth less than 1 cent, but you wouldn't say it's worth less than 1 penny. You'd say it's worth less than 1 cent. A dollar, the note, the actual paper that a dollar bill is printed on, is worth less than 1 cent. But a silver dollar, or a dollar that is made of silver, is not worth $1 or 100 cents. It's worth $25, which is, it's part of understanding monetary value. All right, and look at this one. I went through it too quick. I'm going to put that with the AUs, and here's another one. I put a couple of them there. It's another nice one. Put that with the fine. That could even be AU, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm going to put that with the AUs too. I got mixed up a little talking. Okay, we're almost done here. And we still got under an hour. We still did it under an hour, even though I had a pretty long intro, and I talked a bunch of stuff. I talked a bunch of stuff throughout the video. And again, this is as I understand it. If I'm made to understand it a different way, then I will change my opinion. But I say it as I understand it. I say it as I see it. So yeah, I'll talk more about that during the bonus content. Yeah, no wheat sent today. Okay, so it was pretty good. It was good, man. A lot of all copper. You know what I mean, except for a few. So thanks for coming. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please click like and subscribe. Leave a comment below, and I'll see you on the next one. I get more coffee here. This thing's still on? What's going on over here? Where's Jesus? Oh, there you go. Do I wonder if I still get anybody with that. I don't think so. So, oh, I want some coffee, some cold coffee. No sugar. Yuck. I like it with sweetener, but it don't like me. So, only 3 zincs out of the 3 rolls. 1 zinc per roll. That's pretty unbelievable if you think about it. I mean, who has my cousin, right? We still got we got half of a jar left of we have half of a jar left of the donation from my son from New York. That's with various denominations. We have a bag full of pennies from my cousin. And in his pennies so far, it's averaging about 10 to 20% copper. And he's been collecting for 10 years. And there was, if you didn't watch the previous videos, watch them. We found an Indian head cent. You could see it in the thumbnail with the Indian head cent on it, the back of the Indian head cent. I won't tell you what year it was. I don't want to spoil it if you didn't see it. But I was wrong, needless to say. So today we talked a lot about the difference between a penny and a cent. And I think I'm correct with my understanding of the difference between them. Same way, like between a dollar. Just because you have a dollar stamped on a silver dollar doesn't make it a dollar. I don't have any of the. I don't even need it. I'm gonna look. Do they still put on the silver eagles? Do they still write $1 on it? I'll put 2024. They came out the 2024 silver eagles already. Silver eagle. Trying to click on it. Does it show the back? Come on, seriously? They only show the front. It has the dollar sign and the $1 on it. Let me just see. I mean, I'm pretty sure it does. I just want to check. I ain't buying no silver eagles from China, that's for sure. So it says $1 here. I'll let you look at it. Right, it says $1, but is it worth $1? Got all the pennies on the desk. I don't want to drop the tripod, the phone. No, it's not worth $1, right? But it says $1, so that's like saying it's a. I mean, it just happens to be. There's no other there's no other name for. Well, it's like saying, oh, that's not a silver eagle, that's $1. No, it's a silver eagle, and it's worth $25, right? And these are pennies, but they're worth. But it says cent on it, right? So it's like, oh no, that's not a penny. It's because it says cent. And that's like saying, no, that's not a silver eagle. That's $1. No, it's it's a it says $1, but it's not worth $1. This says 1 cent, but it's not worth 1 cent. It's worth 2.58 cents. That says $1, but it's worth $25 as of today. This might be worth 5 cents. Well, this will be worth 5 cents one day. This penny will be worth 5 cents. That silver eagle will be worth $50 one day. So that's my understanding of that whole. Don't buy any silver from China, man. I'm telling you. $28.92 shipped. I guess if they're only worth a quarter, it doesn't matter how many that they have to send back because they're not worth anything. And I've seen some videos where people are cutting them in half and all that stuff, and they have really good ones. I have the oh my god, what's it called? I have the one that tells you how much gold and silver and platinum's in it. I have it. I bought that for $600 a few years ago, and they're you can't find them. I think they're like $1,200 now. A little machine with the little thing, and it tells you, and it's gray. I forgot that I have it. I'll do some videos on it one day. I got a bunch of stuff that right now I'm really focusing on the content and the coin roll hunting. You know, this is my focus in the channel. I like to do other things also. But after I do the coin roll hunt, and if I have time and I get in the mood, I'll do something different. Okay, so that's the end of this video. Thank you for tolerating me and for hanging around, especially if you stood to the end of the video. It's an hour and 4 minutes now. Under some of the shorter videos, I might try to, instead of doing 7 minutes, I might try to expand. You can't monetize a video if it's under 8 minutes. That's just the truth. Maybe I get 10 or maybe I get 25 cents per video or $1 a video. So, to get the buck, maybe I will expand upon a thought, an idea to make it into 8 minutes. Hopefully that doesn't bother you too much, but you can tell that I'm not trying. I mean, I could, if this video was 1 hour and 10 minutes long, I could have made 7 10-minute videos, and and I don't do that, right? I do the one long video, because I'm not trying to do that. That's not really my plan. If at some point the channel supports itself, that's great. Thank God. God bless, and all of that. But if not, so be it. Okay. Thanks. God bless. And I will see you on the next one.